It's still a pleasure to ride it after 35,000 kilometers.
Honda NC750X. What kind of bike is it? They will tell you that this is a commuter bike. It is indeed a bike for city traffic, easy to struggle through the urban jungle. It's an adventure bike? Well, that's depending a lot on your perception towards the meaning of adventure. What about off-roads? Don't worry, you can go to your grandparents' village house from the countryside. 35,000 kilometers I made with this bike. In 35,000 kilometers I've changed 2 pairs of brake pads, 1 chain kit and 2 pairs of Pirelli MT60 RS tires. As you saw already from my previous videos, I've added some accessories like crash bar, foot pegs, comfort seat and handguards. Also a more comfortable windscreen, dual sport tires, a radiator protection and a top case for long journeys. The Honda NC750X is one of the most popular bikes in the world. But why? Let me start with what I don't like about this bike. Let's start with the suspension travel. The 41mm telescopic fork with 153.5mm stroke. I had quite a few times I've encountered this situation when the fork went completely down, and it was not such a good feeling. I think a higher travel for the front suspension is needed for this type of bike. I definitely didn't like the stock seat, which was total rubbish in my opinion, so I've changed it to Motovis comfort seat. This seat makes the rides much more comfortable. I just don't like that this bike weighs 230 kilos, because I would love to ride it more off-road, so 10-20 kilos less than what it has now, it would have been just great. Another thing which I don't like about the bike, it's the intensity of the headlight. I would add some additional lights to make more light in front of the bike and make the road more clear during the night. I don't like so much the dashboard. It's very scratchy and gives you not so much informations. You can change the colors in many ways, but you don't have a temperature indicator. Also, I didn't like the original windshield, therefore I changed it to the Puig Touring windshield. Another thing I don't like is that I'm limited to a certain size of the tires. So basically there are not so many options for the tires, especially when you are searching for a dual sport tire or a tire which you can go a little bit off-road. There are not so many options, so because of the front wheel 120/70, and for the rear tire I'm forced to this size 160/60, and not so many options, man. You cannot choose from different variety of tires, so you are actually limited to some tires, which you can see here in my video. I already made a video regarding this topic. I've had only one issue during the warranty period with this signal button. This one actually was the spring was a defect after, let's say, 25,000 kilometers, and it was changed by the dealer. So I would recommend that you use this button carefully. I press it quite often because I signal a lot, but take care that this was a sensitive matter, and because it was during the warranty, I haven't paid nothing. But normally to fix this you have to change the complete console of the bike from here, the left one. so it cost around 250 euros. So use carefully this button, don't push it too hard, because if you're not during the warranty, it will cost you 250 euros.
And there is not a problem taking the Honda NC750X on a road like this. This small off-roads, it can handle it quite nice. Of course, with the traction control off for a better off-road experience. The Pirelli MT60 RS, they are very good tires for the gravel road, but when you have some mud, some leaves, you have to take care a little bit, because they don't offer so much grip on this kind of surfaces. Especially when the surface is a little bit wet. NC750X, you can expect to ride on this kind of roads with not so big difficulties, but in the same time you have to take care because the bike is heavy, and on this kind of surfaces, especially if the surface is wet or you had some rain day before, then becomes a little bit tricky. For a commuter, for a city bike, I think it's quite okay to ride on this kind of roads. And with the proper tires, of course, you can do more, but keep in mind that the suspension travel is not so high. Whoa! Whoo!
I was exploiting this bike as much as I could during its first 2 years, riding mostly on tarmac but also riding some light off-roads like gravel, dirt or light mountain tracks. With proper tires, this bike can take you out safely from most off-roads. However, you will feel its 230 kilos weight, and also you will notice the limitations of the front suspension and of the ground clearance. The DCT gearbox was working without any problems during the first 35,000 kilometers. In general, the bike seemed very reliable, quite responsive, and I could keep up basically with any bike during my trips. What about the power? Is it enough? Only 54 horsepower. It may seem a little bit too less, but believe me that on a twisty roads with such a great handling, the NC750X can manage to keep up with most of the bikes in normal road and traffic conditions. Riding with a pillion, it's also manageable with the Honda NC750X, especially when you have a comfort seat. In the city traffic, here it's where this bike exceeds any expectations. It's agile as a scooter, it's fast, and you can do basically anything. I did deliveries, shopping from the market, commuting, and many more.
I love how this bike manages to struggle through the city traffic. It can you can save many hours. Easy to struggle through the cars. The handlebars are high. No problem with the mirrors.
Is there any bike under 10,000 euros that can offer you this package what the Honda NC750X is offering? Just let me know in the comment section if you know a bike under 10,000 euros with this package what the Honda NC is offering. I have not so many negative points to say about this bike. What I had in mind I already told you. So basically I'm quite happy with the bike and I will continue to ride it. After 35,000 kilometers I'm very happy with this bike. I'm gonna keep it and I'm gonna enjoy it thousands and thousands of kilometers hopefully. Because I really like it. It's very flexible bike. I can ride in the city, I can use it for commuting, I can go off-road, I can travel many miles without worrying about repairing anything to it. Mostly it's a very reliable bike. Also it's very full efficiency. I had in my 35,000 kilometers an average fuel consumption of 3.5 in outside the city, and in the winter in the city in the traffic I had maximum 5% per 100 kilometers, 5 liters.
For the moment, the Honda NC750X is the perfect bike for me. I don't know if it's the perfect bike for you. All I can say is that the Honda NC750X is a practical and reliable bike.